Hello, Aquarius. Buenos dias. Guys, we're gonna take a look. I know y'all, I have not been dragging. I've just been going with the natural flow of the universe. Um, and giving attention and energy to what needed to be focused on at the time, okay? So here we are this morning in this amazing and fresh new energy. And so I thought, let me go ahead and do Aquarius's reading because I had y'all's cards laid out for probably like 3 days, okay? Um, but the energy that I saw and the energy that we are in today, it's not completely different, but I can see that you're kind of on the the uptick, I feel like some of you guys have been dealing with some type of loss or some type of separation or grief of some sort, some type of sadness. And the particular card at the center of y'all's reading is this card, loss, right? Which is about grief and sadness, but also resurrection. And so as I reshuffled and laid y'all's cards out, I was like, okay, they're definitely in this new energy of the resurrection. Like you're moving past the grief. There may still be some feelings there, some emotions there, but I feel like you guys are maybe more like optimistic about what's unfolding. You may have taken some time to do some reflecting, and you have like a better sense of either understanding or perspective or acceptance of whatever is taking place, right? Let's get into it. So this could most definitely be, guys, a breakup of some sort. But like I said, it's the energy of like the closing of a cycle. It's so crazy as I'm laying out y'all's cards. I'm like, okay, they're at the end of whatever this challenging period or phase was. I noticed that this card is a 9, and 9 is about something that is kind of close to completion. You also have the 6 of Wands over here, this victory and success, but it was in reverse. And in reverse of also, that particular card is about like the energy of kind of coming to the end of a challenge, having dealt with some type of delay towards your next step or some type of setback towards whatever the goal is. But it's like a turning point in a situation that wasn't going or didn't go exactly how you had hoped or expected it to go, which may be why there is like this feeling of loss or sadness or grief. But with the world card here, as I clarified this lost card with the world card coming out, I feel like there's a new sense of balance of that's coming into fruition. Some of you guys are in a space though where it's like you had this situation that occurred and it may have suffered some type of setback, some type of delay, for some of y'all a straight up breakup, okay? Or just pulling back from a situation because it wasn't going how you wanted it to go. Okay, so you may have taken some time to do some reflecting, to deal with your thoughts if you had some thoughts of anger around it. Some of you guys, and you're looking at it in a different way. Some of you may have anticipated like having to put in boundaries in a certain with a certain person that you may have had like some a strong emotional bond or tied to at some point, right? But like something about the boundaries has shifted or changed. You may have been in denial or not really wanting to have to do that, or just really feeling some type of conflict about doing that. So either now you have seen how the boundary would be necessary, or how this change, this thing that's changing and the way that it's changing is something that is necessary. However, you may also be seeing like, oh, it's not as bad as I thought, or it's not a complete ending, it's just a shift, right? You know how we can overthink something and be so worried about something going so wrong, right? um like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to move. But then you have like this breakthrough or this eye-opening conversation, or someone says or reveals something to you, which may have happened for you guys, where it's like, okay, that talk helped clear up a lot of things. That talk helped clear up a lot of things, and now we'll just see how it plays out as I weigh my options and see what's next, right? Again, for some of you, this is going to be about a relationship, a romantic partnership with the lovers here and the Hierophant. or commitment. For some of you, it's a choice. Like maybe you are contemplating like, I'm not going to be able to go to school, or my grades are gonna look a certain way, and then you get them and it's like, okay, well, I still passed. I didn't pass with that A, but at least I got this C. So it's that type of energy here. Something is coming through, or you're seeing or hearing or having a conversation of some sort, and it shifts your mindset in a way where it's like, okay, I don't feel as horribly as I did about it initially. I accept it for what it is. And some of you have even gone so far as to really reflect while you're processing these feelings, on what it is you're supposed to learn from this. What can I get from this situation? What is the benefit here? Even if there's like an argument or some type of conflict about that. What's this 5, Spirit? Yeah. For some of you, it's like, okay, so here's another example that I'm getting. So even if this is a breakup or a separation of some sort, it's so crazy because I don't see in this energy. This is why I say I feel like you're moving past whatever the challenge is. I don't see like the Tower or the 3 of Swords where it's something that's so devastating. I'm only being shown here the aftermath, right? And the aftermath has been like a slow rebuild is what it looks like, okay? A slow sense of like, okay, let me just take charge of what's happening now, and come back into this place of balance where it's like, yeah, I still have control of how things play out, or I can control my reaction or my response or what I do with the cards that I've been dealt from here on out. So you're kind of stepping into that energy where you're feeling a little bit more empowered. Some of you are realizing like, dang, I was overthinking it, or I still have options, just even if the one that I was banking on didn't play out exactly how I wanted it to play out. Okay. So for some of you, you are going through this space, this phase, this period where you're feeling like this surge of positive energy, where it's like, okay, I see the lesson, I learned the lesson, I'm focused on something different, and I'm moving into this space of healing, and I'm almost there. It may require you to put in a little bit of effort or energy or work to kind of move on from what has taken place. But I feel like there's a sense of like a desire to persevere, a desire to be intentional with your energy, a desire to keep moving forward here, to move towards like a more balanced place, right? Like I'm not focusing so much on the devastation of what happened or what was lost or what didn't go the way I expected it to, whatever my disappointment was. I just saw 818 on the clock, angel number. Look that up. And actually I saw that number this morning. I don't remember what it is at this point. But 8 can be about personal power. It can be about abundance. It can be about taking action. It can be about mastering your own feelings and emotions. And then 1 is most definitely the new beginning. But there are 2 8s. So I feel like there's a lot of energy of lesson around whatever this is. But like I said, and I feel like you're on the uptick side of that, right? Where things are kind of coming into a more balanced and calm space where it's like, okay, you may have been emotional about something previously, but now it's like, okay, I'm going to get back on the horse. I'm going to not be as emotional about what I was focused on and look at it in a different way, right? This may lead to you guys like developing a new connection, ultimately, a new relationship, where you feel supported, or you guys share like a mutual interest. And if there's someone that you are dealing with, yeah, there's an energy here. Listen, of alignment. This could be in friendship. I feel like too, like say you have gone through some type of breakup or separation here. There we go. And maybe you were hoping to reconcile with someone or feeling some type of nostalgic energy. Because even in your previous reading that I didn't do, the cards that I had laid out, guys, there was like a sense of nostalgia, like thinking about a past person or a past situation, kind of reminiscent or whatever the case. So it's like you gave yourself some time to do that, or the universe gave you time to dwell on that energy. But then it's like, all right, I'm just gonna trust that this is happening the way it's happening, with purpose, right? And so now you're shifting your focus maybe to friendships or to family or to having a good time or to try to look at something from a lighter perspective where you're not so much focused on the loss, but it's like, yeah, let me use that energy to create something different. Let me use that sense of divine inspiration to go in a different direction and to kind of take a more lighthearted approach. And I feel like that's what you're doing. Some of you guys have learned quite a bit about yourselves, but there's a sense of awakening and awareness and clarity that comes with this situation that you're moving past, okay? I feel like the key takeaway here is just that. Moving past. You've moved past the challenges. Even if you don't feel like you're completely out of the woods, I assure you that you are closer than you think, all right, to overcoming whatever this challenging period or energy was, all right? I hope this was helpful. Let me say something else. I feel like you guys have this choose your battles card as well. So there's an energy that comes with this card, right? Of you fighting for something or someone, but it's like, is the thing that you're fighting for, and I'm not saying that it's not, I'm just saying make sure that you are not operating in your ego when it comes to this situation. Are you sacrificing a relationship because you don't want to be wrong, or you don't want to compromise? Or are you fighting for a relationship because your ego is saying, oh, I know they didn't do that to me, or, you know, I just want to win? Be very mindful of the battles that you choose to fight. Like what is the motive or the purpose behind that? Yeah, I mean, it's okay to walk away from certain situations, because the fact of the matter is, like, everything ain't worth the battle. Everything ain't worth the argument. Everything ain't worth the fight, right? At some point, you have to say, you know what? I just take that L. I accept that it's an L. And I'm going to just focus on what is for me, even though I'm disappointed in the way things turned out. I don't have to kind of continue like to beat a dead horse. Yeah. This could just be the I needed this to happen the way that it happened to yeah, because otherwise I wouldn't have seen the need to bring this ending about. I would have just skipped right past this this setback or this delay. I would have stayed in denial here. I would have been more hesitant to accept a new start or a new beginning. So yeah, there is an ending or transformation here, but it's like you can resist that, or you can make the transformation or the transition or the shift. You can make it even more of a challenge by resisting that, right? So we don't want to do that. Be mindful of the battles that you choose to fight. Hold on a second. I didn't have to shuffle that because I already did all of these. For Aquarius. See? Show me clearly, please. At this point, I know it's just a confirmation. Yeah. Have fun. Don't be so serious. What are you clinging to? I'm telling you what I'm saying when I'm saying what I'm saying. What are you clinging to? Some of you guys have like strong intuition. Some of you guys have a role to play in the world around you. It could be on a grand scale, or it could just be your local community. But some of you have a role to play, and your good and positive energy is needed, not just for you, but for the people around you that you influence and impact and affect, right? So if you're focusing on these feelings of loss or these feelings of confusion or drama or upset or disappointment, then you can't be in your role to uplift other people. And I know y'all know I say it all the time, who nurtures the nurturer, right? So it's most definitely, I'm not gonna be the one to ever tell you it's not okay to have a pity party. You can absolutely do that. Take your time and feel how you feeling, work through how you feeling, ask God why this is happening this way, show me clearly what it is, and then after you get your answers, or you feel intuitively like this is why this happened this way, then accept that and be open to moving forward and to take things from a less serious point perspective, where you're looking at it with more of a lighthearted energy, like, it is what it is, right? Because you're also being advised here to play, which says allow yourself to have fun, to celebrate, to not be so serious. So that's what I feel like. If this is a breakup that you guys have experienced, it's like, okay, I'm done wallowing, right? Let me go over here and hang out with my friends. Let me do a little more socializing. Let me hang out, spend some quality time with my family, with my children, the people, the things that make me feel good. So there's the energy there. And then you also got the crumbling. What are you clinging to? This is from the Work Your Light Oracle deck. I love that deck. It's definitely a spiritual deck. Definitely a deck that I used to use personally for when I'm specifically speaking to my light workers. So you guys could be light workers in that regard. I feel like you are, whether you know it or not, okay? But the crumbling, it says, what are you clinging to? Something that the universe is trying to get you to let go of, that's no longer serving you, whether that be a behavior, attitude, a person, or a situation or circumstance. But it's like I said, you had that bond with that situation, that emotional tie to that situation. So you may be kind of hesitant to release it. But Spirit is saying this is happening for you, not to you. So let it go, because there's something else better coming in its place. Or this is just the time for your redirection. But either way, it's to get you back into balance, into alignment. All right. I hope this was helpful. I'm definitely going to end your reading with that. Have a good one. Bye-bye.